everybody. Welcome to Coronavirus and the Independent Retailer, episode number 19. I'm so honored and happy that you're here with me right now, or if you're watching this as a replay or listening to it as a podcast. Thank you for giving me a little bit of your time. I don't know about you, but do you kind of feel like this whole thing is becoming a cross between Groundhog Day and the Twilight Zone? On the one hand, it's Groundhog Day. Every day you wake up and you can't go anywhere. We have a home office and it just seems like the days are all the same. On the other hand, every day is entirely different, and it just seems kind of discombobulated. Shelly Genova last night posted on Whiz Bang Retailers, "I'm so discouraged." She was just having a bad day. And, everybody jumped on and supported her, and other people shared that they were having bad days. And, it's okay to have bad days. Bad days are a natural part of being in a pandemic. At least I've never been in a pandemic before, but I'm going to assume that that's the case. But then this morning she posted that, the TV station came and did a story on her, and her whole mood changed. And isn't that what's happening? It goes from almost from one extreme to the other, all within the context of this, every day is kind of the same. We're adjusting, we're on the fly. It's just crazy to me. It's just crazy to me. But anyway, so today I'd like to build on yesterday. Yesterday I talked about the importance of having a vision and why, especially when times are uncertain, having a vision is a really, really powerful way to keep you moving forward, to keep you focused. That vision becomes your true north. That vision becomes the thing that you're working towards. At the end of the podcast yesterday, I talked about backpacking and when the weather's lousy. You just put one foot in front of the other, just trying to make it to the trailhead. And, that trailhead represents, warmth, a shower, a hot meal. And that's what we're doing right now, aren't we? We're just going through every single day, trying to do the best we can, make the best decisions we can, so that we can get out of this at the end in one piece. We're going to get out of this because this is going to end. This is going to end. So the vision yesterday, but then let's bring it down a level and talk about how you take that vision and make it a reality. And one thing in particular I'm going to talk about here today is how you do that with your business. The same model can apply to your personal life, but we're going to talk about, building your culture right now. And when Susan and I at the Retail Success Summit or in the staff development module of your Retail Mastery System, if you have a Retail Mastery System, the process goes like this. You start with a vision for your business. And then once you understand what your vision is, what we did yesterday, then you create standards that support your vision. And then once you've created standards that support your vision, then you create a training program that clearly communicates your standards. Does this make sense? So you have a vision, and your vision for your business is, it does things work a certain way in your store. Seth Godin defines culture as people like us doing things this way. So you have a vision for how your store should run, how your people should behave, how your customers are treated, all the things that go into having a great store. So that becomes your vision. Then you have to create standards. So let's just use an example. So one of the things that we're going to talk about next week is the importance of your list. And the way that you build your list, the most effective way to build your list is to have a loyalty program. And so if you want to build your list so that you can build relationships with the people on the list, you have to get their contact information. If you have a loyalty program like the 6-Box program, the standard becomes every single person who comes to the counter is invited to join our loyalty program. You see? So it's no longer a vague generality, I want to build my list. Now you've said, I want to build my list. I understand the importance of my list. Now I am creating standards that are going to support that vision. But it's not enough to just create the standards. You have to communicate the standards clearly. If you're taking notes, I don't know if you are, write this down. If it ain't written, it ain't real. So now you have a vision. Now you have standards that support your vision. Now it all needs to go into your training program. So, if you have the Retail Mastery System in the staff development module, there is a template for a training program. You don't need to have the Retail Mastery System to sit down and start creating a document that has all of your standards so that you can communicate them clearly. So the action item, I think, for you right now is to just start a document, whether it's on a piece of paper and you're using a pencil, whether you're using your phone, whether you're actually working in a document on your computer, but just start to think about, what will my business look like when this is done? How do I want my team to behave? What needs to happen for my business to run as effectively as possible, for my customers to get the best experience possible? And then we just start filling that in, right? Vision, standards, training. And, so I just really want you to think about that and that model and start to work towards it. Because one of the things that I'm starting to realize, for myself anyway, is that I need to get going on projects again. Yesterday was sort of yesterday I wasn't very productive after I made this podcast. I did a couple things, but, it just really drove home to me that I want to get more from this time of uncertainty. I want to have some projects to latch on to and to help move me forward. And I hope that when you that this model that I shared with you today will be something that you can latch on to and start moving forward, because having a training program is one of the cornerstones of having a great culture. And the stores that have the great culture after this pandemic is done are the stores that are going to win. I really believe that when we get back, and I talk about this just about every day, when we're all allowed to do business again, when we're all out there doing business as we should and could, that the independent brick and mortar retailers are going to have a huge leg up. People are going to want to shop. People miss us, they want us, and they're going to come back to us. But we need to be ready. And one of the things that we need to do is we need to make sure that our culture is tight. Make sure our culture is customer focused. Make sure that our team gives our customers the service that they deserve. All right. So I hope that you found that helpful. We're one day closer. We're one day closer. This is episode number 19. Tomorrow's going to be episode number 20. Tomorrow will be the 4th week of this podcast. I shared yesterday that Susan and I had hoped that it would only be 2 weeks long, but it's been longer than that. But just remember, every day we're one day closer. So we are one day closer to the end. We are one day closer to doing business the way that we know how to do business. We're one day closer to being back, baby. All right, so I hope you have a great day today. I hope to see you again tomorrow.